Namaskar. Good evening to everyone. Uh, I would like to welcome you all to this beautiful evening where we are going to speak to two young, eminent dancers of the country who are working in India and abroad. And we are going to be joined by Devendra Manglamukhi, whose video will be showing. And also, we have already Niveshan Munsamy, who's a very young Bharatanatyam dancer. Hails from a family of Bharatanatyam dancers who are carrying on the legacy in South Africa. And we also have the director of ICCR Hyderabad, Sri Vail Rao. Welcome to you all. Welcome, Vail Rao ji.
Thank
We
you.
request you to give your message.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Jayant Naidu Garu. You have been always very kind and helpful to ICCR Hyderabad and all the artist fraternity. And I'm always happy to join with you for promoting this Indian culture in Hyderabad, in Andhra, Telangana, and abroad. And I also looking forward to see Mangalmukhi. I think she's coming online. Is she there? Yeah. So her Kathak dance, and this is the first time that we'll be doing a transgender performance. And I'm very happy that she has agreed to host a program under the ICCR Hyderabad Horizon series. I'm also very happy to see our Niveshan Munsamy, who is a Kuchipudi dancer,
Ah,
who did his scholarship under the ICCR,
Oh,
and he had been
okay.
also performed for the 2 years. He did PG, and he is now back in Durban and is starting his own classes. Congratulations to him also. So we are having now two
oh,
performances of, as Naidu Garu said, of Kathak by the transgender community. She's a very prominent artist and also a Mira Awadi winner, and has done several performances in India at various prominent festivals. And of course, Manaswamy is also doing his part of Kuchipudi, promoting, learn from here and promoting abroad. So he's our cultural ambassador there. So thank you, sir. You want to say, Manaswamy, something?
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Director Sir. What a wonderful relationship we have acquired over the years in Hyderabad, and obviously in Central University of Hyderabad, where I had done my masters. So, and also it's a pleasure to meet you, Javant Naidu Garu. Yeah, so thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Niveshan. And actually, I think the Shivratri heat has got onto me, and I mix up. So,
No problem, no problem.
Niveshan Munsamy is a Kuchipudi
Kuchipudi,
dancer. I would like
yes,
once again
no
strongly
problem,
clarify,
sir.
and it's the
No.
legacy their family has been following. So we'll be talking to him later once the videos are streamed, and we'll also be talking to Devendra Manglamukhi. So now we start with the Kathak video. Yeah.
Thank you.
नमस्ते सत श्री अकाल मैं देवेंद्र मंगलामुखी इंडिया की पहली ट्रांसजेंडर कथक आर्टिस्ट आज इस खूबसूरत शाम में अपने मुगलिया कथक नृत्य से आप लोगों का खैर मकदम करती हूँ और आज मेरे नृत्य में मैं लखनऊ घराने की खास कुछ चीज़ों को प्रेजेंट करना चाहती हूँ। सबसे पहले तो मैं अपने बारे में बताना चाहती हूँ। मैं भारत की पहली ट्रांसजेंडर कथक कलाकार हूँ और उसके अलावा मैं भारतीय राष्ट्रीय नीला सम्मान से सम्मानित हूँ। दूरदर्शन केंद्र की बी ग्रेडेड कलाकार हूँ और भारत के अलावा विश्व के कई बड़े मंचों पे मैं कथक नृत्य की प्रस्तुति दे चुकी हूँ। उसके अलावा कथक नृत्य के विभिन्न आयामों को अपने नृत्य में संजो के एक ट्रांसजेंडर कलाकार की अभिव्यक्ति को आप लोगों तक पहुँचाने में मैं चाहती हूँ कि आज की ये संध्या बहुत उपयुक्त रहेगी। आज इस संध्या में मैं कुछ अपने कथक की शुरुआत लखनऊ घराने की पारंपरिक कथक से करना चाहती हूँ। मेरी शैली मुगलिया कथक है। जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कथक में ब्यूटी, ग्रेस, नज़ाकत, नफासत इसका बहुत काम है। तो उसके थ्रू मैं आज बहुत ब्यूटीफुल जिसे कह सकते हैं कि मुगलिया कथक, जिसकी शुरुआत में अमीर खुसरो साहब के एक बहुत सुंदर दरबारी तराने यारे मन बया बया से करूँगी। उसके बाद कुछ पारंपरिक 3 ताल की चीज़ें छेड़ूंगी जो मेरी गुरु आचार्य श्रीमती कपिला राज जी ने मुझे सिखाया है। कपिला जी के बारे में 2 लाइनें बोलना चाहूँगी। कपिला जी जिस तरह से कथक नृत्य में मेरे दादा गुरु आचार्य लक्ष्मण महाराज जी का नाम बड़े सम्मान के साथ लिया जाता है। उन्हें कथक का भगवान बोलते हैं और वो सिर्फ लास्य सम्राट ना होने की वजह से कथक सम्राट थे। उन्होंने कई खूबसूरत फिल्मों में अपना नृत्य किया, जिनमें पाकिस्तान, मुगले आजम, उमराव जान, महल और इत्यादि है। महाराज जी की सबसे पट शिष्यों में से एक रही श्रीमती कपिला राज, जो मेरी गुरु थी और गुरु है, जो लखनऊ कथक केंद्र की डायरेक्टर रही और कथक नृत्य को लास्यमयी और खूबसूरत बनाने में जिनका विशेष योगदान है वो अतुलनीय है। तो आज मेरी गुरु कपिला जी की कुछ खास चीजें मैं 3 ताल में, एक अनागत उठान, कुछ पारंपरिक ठाट की अंदाज, कुछ गतिकास, कुछ लखनऊ घराने की आत्मा, एक घातक थुंगा का जो परंज नियामत है उसका नया रूप, और उसके बाद मैं करना चाहूँगी एक बहुत सुंदर ठुमरी जो राग यमन में है और दरबारी कथक में है, उसको मैं करना चाहूँगी, जिसके बोल हैं कासे कहूँ सजनी मन की बत्तियाँ। और उसके बाद मैं एक खूबसूरत तराने के साथ अपने नाच को अंत की तरफ ले जाऊँगी। जैसा कि इस मुगलिया कथक जो मैंने इसका नाम दिया है, कथक की जो परंपरा है उसमें दरबारों का जो कथक रहा है, मुगलों के दरबार में, ऊंट के दरबार में, रामपुर के नवाबों में, भोपाल के नवाबों में और पटौदी के नवाबों में, वो कथक जो विरासत है, जो खूबसूरती है, उसको नज़ाकत और नफासत से किस अंदाज में प्रेजेंट किया जाता है, वो विलंबित और ठहरी हुई लय का कुछ काम मैं आज आप लोगों के सामने प्रेजेंट करना चाहती हूँ। आप सब लोगों की परमिशन लेते हुए, सबकी आज्ञा लेते हुए, अपनी गुरु कपिला जी को याद करते हुए, अपने दादा गुरु लक्ष्मण महाराज जी को याद करते हुए शुरू करने जा रही हूँ कथक 3 ताल का एक बहुत खूबसूरत मुगलिया अंदाज। तो शुरू करने जा रही हूँ 3 ताल। नमस्कार, आदाब, नमस्ते। मैं आज आप लोगों के सामने प्रेजेंट करना चाहती हूँ आप नमस्कार, आदाब, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल। मैं देवेंद्र मंगलामुखी, इंडिया की पहली ट्रांसजेंडर कथक आर्टिस्ट, आज इस खूबसूरत स्टाइल में अपने मुगलिया कथक नृत्य से आप लोगों का खैर मकदम करती हूँ। और आज मेरे नृत्य में मैं लखनऊ घराने की खास कुछ चीजों को प्रेजेंट करना चाहती हूँ। सबसे पहले तो मैं अपने बारे में बताना चाहती हूँ। मैं भारत की पहली ट्रांसजेंडर कथक कलाकार हूँ और उसके अलावा मैं भारतीय राष्ट्रीय नीला सम्मान से सम्मानित हूँ। दूरदर्शन केंद्र की बी ग्रेडेड कलाकार हूँ और भारत के अलावा विश्व के कई बड़े मंचों पे मैं कथक नृत्य की प्रस्तुति दे चुकी हूँ। उसके अलावा कथक नृत्य के विभिन्न आयामों को अपने नृत्य में संजो के एक ट्रांसजेंडर कलाकार की अभिव्यक्ति को आप लोगों तक पहुंचाने में मैं चाहती हूँ कि आज की संध्या बहुत उपयुक्त रहेगी। आज इस संध्या में मैं कुछ अपने कथक की शुरुआत लखनऊ घराने की पारंपरिक कथक से करना चाहती हूँ। मेरी शैली मुगलिया कथक है। जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कथक में ब्यूटी, ग्रेस, नजाकत, नफासत उसका बहुत काम है। तो उसके थ्रू मैं आज बहुत ब्यूटीफुल जिसे कह सकते हैं कि मुगलिया कथक, जिसकी शुरुआत में अमीर खुसरो साहब की एक बहुत सुंदर दरबारी तराने यारे मन बया बया से करूंगी। उसके बाद कुछ पारंपरिक तीन ताल की चीजें छेड़ूंगी जो मेरी गुरु आचार्य श्रीमती कपिला राज जी ने मुझे सिखाया है। कपिला जी के बारे में दो लाइनें बोलना चाहूंगी। कपिला जी जिस तरह से कथक नृत्य में मेरे दादा गुरु आचार्य लक्ष्मण महाराज जी का नाम बड़े सम्मान के साथ लिया जाता है। उन्हें कथक का भगवान बोलते हैं और वो सिर्फ लास्य सम्राट न होने की वजह से कथक सम्राट थे। उन्होंने कई खूबसूरत फिल्मों में अपना निर्देशन दिया जिनमें पाकिस्तान, मुगले आजम, उमराव चांद, महल और इत्यादि है। महाराज जी की सबसे पट शिष्यों में से एक रही श्रीमती कपिला राज, जो मेरी गुरु थी और गुरु है, जो लखनऊ कथक केंद्र की डायरेक्टर रही और कथक नृत्य को लास्यमयी और खूबसूरत बनाने में जिनका विशेष योगदान है वो अतुलनीय है। तो आज मेरी गुरु कपिला जी की कुछ खास चीजें मैं 3 ताल में, एक अनागात उठान, कुछ पारंपरिक ठाट की अंदाज, कुछ गतिकास, कुछ लखनऊ घराने की थुंगा का जो परंज नियामत है उसका नया, और उसके बाद मैं करना चाहूंगी एक बहुत सुंदर ठुमरी जो राग यमन में है और दरबारी कथक में है, और उसको मैं करना चाहूंगी जिसके बोल है काफी कहूँ सजनी मन की बतिया, और उसके बाद मैं एक खूबसूरत तराने के साथ अपनी नाच को अंत की तरफ ले जाऊंगी। जैसा कि मुगलिया कथक जो मैंने इसका नाम दिया है, कथक की जो परंपरा है उसमें दरबारों का जो कथक रहा है, मुगलों के दरबार में, ऊंद के दरबार में, रामपुर के नवाबों में, भोपाल के नवाबों में और पटौदी के नवाबों में, वो कथक जो विरासत है, जो खूबसूरती है, उसको नजाकत और नफासत से किस अंदाज में प्रेजेंट किया जाता है, वो विलंबित और ठहरी हुई लय का कुछ काम मैं आज आप लोगों के सामने प्रेजेंट करना चाहती हूँ। आप सब लोगों की परमिशन लेते हुए, सबकी आते हुए, अपनी गुरु कपिला जी को याद करते हुए, अपने दादा गुरु लक्ष्मण महाराज जी को याद करते हुए शुरू करने जा रही हूँ कथक 3 ताल का एक बहुत खूबसूरत मुगलिया अंदाज। तो शुरू करने जा रही हूँ 3 ताल।
Yeah. now we'll see the short video of निवेशन जी also, and then उसके बाद में वो छोटा वीडियो देख के उसके बाद में हम बातचीत शुरू करते हैं. Now we'll see. Once again, welcome to Sri Vayal Rao, Director ICCR Hyderabad, to Devendra Manglamukhi ji, whose performance we have seen just now, and Niveshan Munsamy also, whose performance we saw. तो अब मैं शुरुआत में मंगलमुखी जी आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा कि आपके गुरुओं के बारे में और आपके ट्रेनिंग जो आपने लिया कथक में, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइए.
Yes, Paritu, I'm very much thankful to all of you. I want to give this special thanks to Vayal Rao sir, because it's all about his initiative, what he has done for me. Not only me, he has done for the entire community of the transgender of this India. And this was the first, I can say, the history of the transgender community, the first online platform which is dedicated to the transgender community in Horizon series, and it's initiative taken by none of other Vayal Rao sir. So I want all of you put your hands together for Rao sir, and and I really want to salute him and whatever he is, whatever he has done for us. I think. Um, my journey was not very much easy, but because I got the support of Rao sir, even the Naidu sir as well, so my journey became a little easy right now. And I think I'm very much happy the part of the ICCR, Indian Council of the Cultural Relations, Government of India, the autonomous body of Ministry and External Affairs, Government of India, and
I think there's a network issue. In the meanwhile, may I ask Niveshan, can you tell a little bit about your journey in Kuchipudi, how it started?
Yes, yes. Firstly, namaskaram to all the viewers and obviously respected Rao Garu and Naidu Garu. It was a privilege to have met you, Naidu Garu. I'm such also a huge fan of music, so I would love to hear you play sometime. Um, yeah, so my
Thank
journey in Kuchipudi began about I mean now 7 years ago. I came to India and I was initiated into Kuchipudi dance, the Kuchipudi dance form, which is originated from Andhra Pradesh, in the small village of Kuchipudi. Um, I'm very grateful to my guru, the Muslikantis, Sri Jayakishore Muslikanti and Srimati Padmavani Muslikanti, who have nurtured me into this beautiful art form, have crafted my personality into this beautiful, wonderful art form that is originated from Andhra Pradesh. I'm actually a South African. So, in this beautiful art form, I was very privileged to have learned this art form from them. And then I had taken up this initiative to go and study my master's program at the esteemed Central University of Hyderabad, where Director Rao Garu is there, who was so helpful to me in making sure my studies was so smooth, making sure that I got was able to get registered. We had some hiccups and sub made sure that things were so comfortable. So I'd like to thank Rao Garu for that. And today I'm back now in South Africa and imparting this beautiful knowledge of Kuchibudi to the world. I want to impart this beautiful art form to the world.
Very nice. And you were telling,
Thank
I
you.
think you are launching your
Yes, I'm
online
launching my. Yes, yes, I'm
you're
launching today.
attending.
Today is such a yes, sir. Today is such an auspicious day, Shivratri, and I've decided to begin my to launch my classes officially. I'm very very excited. I've got a good response from quite some gurus and some rasikas, in the around and in the country. So I'm very, very much excited about that. And just now, before I could start the live, I got a reply from my guru. So I'm very, very happy and very excited and looking forward to this new venture to spread this beautiful art form from Andhra Pradesh.
Mm. So how was your journey in India? How was it with Kuchipudi?
Oh,
Can
it
you
was
tell in detail
so
with your gurus?
sure,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. Studying an art form is never an easy task. It always comes with its beautiful challenges, I would say, and with hard work, dedication, and I hope with the blessings of of course, with the blessings of my guru and my hopefully with my dedication, I was able to succeed. I had done my Ranga Pravesham in South Africa. Whilst I was in India, I was able to perform alongside my master in the few prestigious festivals. To name a few, would be the Madras Music Academy for 2017. Guru had done an ensemble. We went to Konark for Sun Temple and performed there in masters programs and a few other performances. And it has been an amazing journey. I think I feel very fortunate to have been able to, spread and enjoy these wonderful performances with my gurus. Also, Rao Garu had exposed me in Hyderabad as well for a few programs I had done there, ICCR programs. Yes, Rao Garu did a big program with all the foreign, I don't know if you can remember, sir, with all the foreign students. Yeah, and sir gave me a slot to perform there, and in Hyderabad, I think it was in Bharati Vidya Bhavan. So it has been an amazing journey, and I miss India terribly. Naidu Garu, I cannot wait to come back to India. Although
Great.
coronavirus has taken over our lives, sadly, and I mean, slowly we are all coming out of it. But I'm so eager to come back to India. I love India.
So nice, so nice, so nice. Mm.
There, there is no place like India. No place.
Wow. हाँ जी, आप बताइए आपका जर्नी कथक का आप बता रहे थे, थोड़ा नेटवर्क इश्यू आ गया था, बताइए।
कुछ नेटवर्क इशू आ गया अभी मैंने पता नहीं, आई एम रियली सॉरी फॉर दैट, माय अपॉलॉजी। एंड so I was sharing my journey when I was in age of 8 years. I started learning Kathak under the tutelage of my first teacher. She was Nutan, and she taught me. That time I was not concerned about my gender, whatever I am. Actually, whoever I am, I started learning as a child, whatever the other male child or the female child are learning. So I was learning in the same pattern. So what was then after my So I started learning Kathak, and then I joined in the age of 14 years. I started learning Kathak under Guru of my guru. Her name was Srimati Kapila Raj, and she was the director for the Lucknow Kathak Center in Lucknow. The incident was when I met with Kapila ji. It was like in the age of 14, my family thrown me from my home. They thrown me at my home. They said, "Ki, no, we don't accept as a child. You are a trans woman. You are a transgender. So we are not accepting the way you are. We are not accepting the way you are. We are not accepting because you are a transgender. So you don't need to reside with us." So that time I find very difficulty out there, and I ran from my home, and I started bagging on the railway station. So one fine day when I was starting begging in the trains and buses, one fine day Kapilaji meet with me. And when I was meeting with Kapilaji, I was on the green light area, red light, where all the cars and other will be stopping. So I started bagging. I asked for 10 rupees to Kapilaji. Then Kapilaji said to me, because that time I used to dance as well. I was dancing at the time, and so when I was starting bagging on the roads, I started dancing. And so Kapilaji said to me, "Do you know how do you know the Kathak structure, Kathak steps, and all the basic Abhinay items and basic mudras? How do you know?" I said, "Ki I started learning Kathak in the age of 7, but right now I'm not doing." So she said, "Who do you know who I am?" And I said, "No, I don't know." Then she said to me that I'm Kapila Raj and I'm the disciple of the great Gurus Lachu Maharaj ji. So that day my journey began. She has given her card, and that time landline phones were going on. There was no mobile phone available. So I rang on the STD PCO, and she called up me to come here in Lucknow. Then my journey started in the Kathak, and I learned for 10 years with Kapilaji. So I think it was my journey to learning Kathak from the Kapilaji only.
क्या बात है. And also, can you tell us about your education? I think side by side your education was also going on.
Yes. When I was 14, I disclosed my gender that with the society. I said that I'm a trans woman, and I don't want to be as a man. I don't want to be as a boy in my life. I'm very much happy as a trans woman. I'm very much happy as a trans woman. So I'm really really fortunate. And that day, my mother said to me, when my family don't accept it, till now my family hasn't accepted me. Whatever I'm doing lots of social work. I'm doing
works which we needed, but my family is not accepting me till now. I'm struggling for acceptance in my family. So one fine day when my family told me to come to Delhi, and I ran from my family. So then that was time I was in 10th class. So when I went to Delhi and I started bagging and living with my transgender community, I started studying in the night school. Day I used to bag in the road. Day I used to bagging in the streets or roads or in the train, or I used to do the clapping, badhai mang and lots of things. In the night times, I have done my study. I enrolled myself in the ICCR. I did my graduation, then post graduation. All things were done by the my night school. So this is my journey.
Uh, yeah, I think there's again a network issue. Mm. Yeah. And can we also know what was happening during this last 1 year? This what Corona came and
I
what's been going on?
Hanji. Last 1 year, I'm
Yeah,
doing charity
Boli.
for my transgender community. I was having 20 transgender students with me. I used to teach them in my school. In my school, I have my own academy out there, and they residing with me. In the COVID-19 has came in India. In March, I started so much struggle. I written couple of the letters to various departments, various ministries. Those are preserving the art and culture, but nobody has helped me. Till now, nobody has helped me. So I asked my donors, because I'm a social activist too. I'm the transgender and women right activist. So I was having my donors. So I started asking them for the support. So they were donating me the ration, food, groceries, and cost and clothes to my community. So I used to do from there only. So last 1 year, earning was a big challenge, but in the month of September, I written a letter to the Ministry of Culture, and they have given me two opportunities. One opportunity was from the South Zone Cultural Center in Nagpur, and another opportunity from the West Zone Cultural Center, Udaipur. But you will be find amazing, sir. These opportunities were given by the ministry. I personally talked their district administration in Nagpur and Udaipur, and they personally given me the opportunity. So right now,
Okay.
ministry hasn't done anything for me right now.
Uh-huh. And we have read that you have been awarded the Rashtriya Meera Samman. How do you feel about that? How did it come, and what is the outcome of that? Can you just share? How do you feel having got the Rashtriya Meera Samman
Sure.
award?
Right. The Rashtriya Meera Samman is very known for the artists, especially for the classical dance, music, and drama. And it is given by the Sanskar Bharati. Basically, it's not an award from the Ministry of Culture. It is an award given by the Sanskar Bharati of India, but they got the collaboration with the Ministry of Culture. And every year, they are giving the five awards for the young artists of the Kathak, of all the classical dances. So I got from in 2017 by the Sanskar Bharati only, and Baba Yogendranath, Padma Shri Baba Yogendranath, who's the curator, or I can say the main authority in Sanskar Bharati, the curator and founder. I can say he is the founder for the Sanskar Bharati. He has given me. So it was not easy to get such kind of prestigious award, being a trans woman, because as you know, being a trans woman, plenty of the works need to be done. It's quite challenging for me. I think daily basis we are sacrificing for food, we are sacrificing for everything. We have to take care of our family. We have to take care because there is no family of the transgender community. I don't have any family, but my family is society. I'm working for my trans women. I'm working for my community members. So they are my family. So basically, I'm working for them. Daily basis, I'm going. I woke up in the morning. I started sending and talking to the people and asking help and doing wonderful. And this initiative from the ICCR, as well as I really congrats Jevan Naidu sir, because he has accepted me first time he is giving an opportunity to a trans woman, and it requires so much courage. It requires so much, I can say, so much courage to do that. And really, really wonderful. I'm so thankful to Jayvans Raidu sir as well as the ICCR fellow, Hamare sir, the wild out sir.
In fact, I really feel it's not something which say I am doing or something. See, it's all your effort, your passion. You're following something with a passion, and I want to know how Kathak has changed your life. What do you feel about Kathak coming in your life? Yeah,
Uh, when I was born now, I
please
think that
share
day destiny has
how you.
decided. God has given me, God has decided
And
that
after Kathak in your life.
Devika is only for the Kathak, I can say.
Yeah.
As I told you, in the age of 7, I started learning Kathak. I got inspired from the Dr. Uma Sharma ji. She went to my place. She was in the performance, and I had seen one gungru kind of. There is one technical item. One gungru was belling. One bell can spreading the music. So that day I have seen her, and I talked to my mother. I requested my mama that, Mama, I want to learn Kathak dance when I was 8 years old, and she has given me. She sent it to me in the very good Kathak school out here, and I started learning Kathak. So I think I born for the Kathak. Kathak has chosen me, and something I can say Kathak is all about dance. What exactly the dance is? Dance is all about your expression of feelings. Dance is all about your emotions. Dance is all about the worship. Dance is all about your acknowledgement, your commitment towards you and your art form. So dance is something. So this was my journey actually.
Great, great. And what are your future plans? Where all would you like to perform? And well, you must be definitely having something more. Already a lot of thoughts in your mind. Can you share some of your thoughts?
Yes, right. I love to share. My biggest dream is I want second Padma Shri award for the transgender community in the field of art and culture. One Padma Shri is already given by one another trans woman, and in other field, other trans form, field is same, trans form is different. And I want to take the first Padma Shri award into the Indian classical dance Kathak and from the Indian government. Second, school, I want to open a one college for the transgender community where it college was only for the transgender. Like transgender need they started studying out there with the subsidy by the government. And what they will be getting more opportunity. Like I wanted to coming up with the fine arts, performing arts, graphics, designing, Department of Dance, either the Kathak, Bharatanatyam, and Odissi, fine arts, and graphic designing, as well as sculptures, painting, Carnatic vocal, because being a North Indian, I'm a giant fan of Carnatic vocal. I love Hindustani classical music, but I love Carnatic vocal. Like my favorite is Aruna Sairamji, and always like I'm trying to learn the Carnatic vocal actually, especially the Kadana Kutuhala Tillana in the Kuchipudi or
Oh,
Bharatanatyam. So I love, and now Niveshan has to recite me one jati of the Kadana Kutuhal, or either any kind of Tillana for me that you have to do Niveshan for me.
Sure,
over to
sure.
Niveshan.
Wow, what an amazing story. Devika, it's such a. I feel very blessed to be sharing this platform with you. What an amazing journey you've had. I'm just in awe just listening to all your struggles and what you have done to overcome it is hugely commendable. I think maybe soon, maybe I should do an online uh, Facebook online with you. Maybe in South Africa, you could do something, and it'll be
Sure,
fantastic
sure,
Yes,
sure.
yes,
because people
absolutely.
because people because people need to hear this. People need to understand it. People need to see that there is always another way. There is a way to break the monotony. There's always a way to become better human beings. I think you are one of a fine human being. I really do, David. I really commend you for all your hard work and what you are doing. And it has been, your performance is beautiful. I must say, also beautiful performance you had done.
Thank you so
Uh,
much. All the credit goes to Rao sir. All the credit goes to Rao sir
yeah,
because Rao
yeah.
sir hard working, his potential he has make me. Otherwise, Devika, tum karogi. Do you like to do? मैंने कहा yes sir, I love to do. He is very. I can say he's a great master. So now over to
Absolutely.
Niveshan. Sorry to interrupt you in
Yeah.
between
No,
Niveshan.
not at all. Not at all. This is a beautiful discussion. And you're very right. Rao Garu has been amazing when it comes to especially art for many dances and in Hyderabad. And yeah, you like Tilana, huh? Dir tagadom tana
Anyone
tana na
Tilana, which is like
dirana.
you like most.
Ah, ah. Dir tana tana na dirana. Tana dirana, tana dirana. Dir tana tana na dirana.
क्या
Tana
बात है.
dirana, tana dirana. Dir tana tana na dirana. Tana dirana, tana dirana. Dir tana tana na dirana. Tana dirana, tana dirana. Dir tana. 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 Tana.
What?
Tadi. This is a
Now one
composition.
only one jati in any other
Ah,
tal which you like most. One jati.
Gaditta, Dimita, take it takata langu taka dikata dikita takadita, Kadimita, take it takata langu taka dikata dikita takadita, Dimita, take it takadita, Dimita, hit it takadita, Dimita, Ginita, kit it tadinganatum, tadi, then tadin dagdi, then din the tam, then at the din the tam, then at the dinata din, then at the dinata, the tam ta. Ha.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. I owe the credit to my guru. Everything, all the credit goes to my master, the Musli Kantis, Sri Jayakishore, Musli Kanti, Srimati Padmavani, Musli Kanti.
क्या बात है. And Niveshan, can you also tell us about your mother and the academy that she runs?
Sure. My Amma has an academy in South Africa, and for over 40 years now. And my Amma is actually a Bharatanatyam dancer, and she had traveled to India many years ago in the 1970s. To Chennai. That was a very different India that time. So the struggle was very real for Amma. She couldn't even come home. In that 5 to 6 years that she was there, she had to stay there. And that time, aeroplanes wasn't so affordable. So Amma traveled by ship to India, and I know some stories where Amma used to tell me that she used to have a bath and see the sky because there was no roof where she was staying. So she used to have a bath in the shower and see the sky like this, and look up and say.
Oh,
So all these, yeah, so all these wonderful hardships that Amma had gone through, and today Amma has one of the biggest academies in South Africa. She has over about 20. She has done over about 20 to 30 Aringetrams. These students have now gone and opened up their own institutes and already performing in their own right in the country today, and have also traveled abroad, some of these students. um, so Amma has done a lot. She actually represents a organization known as the South African Indian Dance Alliance called SIDA. Amma has a seat on this board as the executive member. And recently, we had just done a conference alongside Dr. Anita Ratnam Garu,
no.
where we spoke about South African dance, where we spoke about the combination of all these different dances that are in South Africa and the propagation and promotion of Indian classical dance, Bharatanatyam, Kathak. There is Kathak as well here, Devika. And now with the onset of moving on to Kuchipudi, the Dr. Vempati Chinna Satyam Garu's Bani is going to get off the ground here in South Africa. So I'm very excited with the blessings of my gurus, the Musli Kantis, Sri Jai Kishore and Srimati Padmavani.
So tell me, Niveshan, I am a little curious. Your mother
Sure,
has
sure.
been a Bharatanatyam dancer. So, why you didn't get into
Wow.
Bharatanatyam but Kuchipudi? There must be
This
something
is a
behind.
very good question. I believe Devika was talking about the pureness of Indian classical art form. She's so very right by that, because for me, in order for you to really excel in an art form, or to enjoy the essence of an art form, you have to be connected to a guru. You have to be somehow connected to a guru by the divine. You will be connected to a guru. And I always had this philosophy in my mind, that I will one day connect with a master and understand India's guru shishya parampara. That was my motive. And I was very blessed to come across my guru's clip on YouTube. I watched him perform, and then after watching them perform, it just touched me so much that every day I used to watch him do Durga Tarangam, master, and they did an item Durga Tarangam in Simendra Mathimam, Ragamalika actually, and I was just in awe. So I told my Amma, I need to come in, I need to go here. So then when I came to India, um, I was only then first exposed to Kuchipudi. Prior to that, I had no Kuchipudi knowledge. I only had what knowledge was in the small community of South Africa, what little dance music we have here. That is about it. Until I came to India and into master's door, Mostly Kandigaru. Only then was I exposed to this beautiful art form of Kuchipudi. And the rest is history, Naidu Garu. I feel so blessed that this is where I had the opportunity to where I was able to grow and become and learn a bit more about myself in this beautiful art form. So to answer your question, it was ultimately to find a master to guide me in Guru Shishya Parampara, so that I can eventually understand the art form better, connect with my art form emotionally, connect with my art form on a spiritual level, where I can portray the same spirituality when I'm performing. So I really must thank my gurus for that.
Hmm. Now I would like to know कि आपने बताया था अबाउट कथक, जो इंडियन फिल्म्स में काफी उसका प्रभाव रहा है, काफी बड़े-बड़े कथक गुरुओं ने काफी काम किया है, स्पेशली हिंदी फिल्म्स में। कुछ आप बताएंगे? कैन यू टेल?
Yes, bilkul. Kathak is all about the storytelling. It means katha kahe so katha kehlai. The storytelling it is means literally means katha storytelling. And I need to Kathak was very flourished in the age of Mughal era. It's basically a temple dance, and it was from the temples only. Very nascent that time. Bharatnatyam was flourished. That only the Kathak was flourished that time. So it was very, very, I can say, a very renowned and very prestigious dance form. And my Gurujis, my great Gurujis, great grand Gurujis, those belongs to the fraternity of the Kathak. Like, if we can talk about the great Gurus, they have done a plenty of the work in the Indian movies. I can say the classic cinemas and the classic movies. So, Mughal Azam, Pakiza, Rav Jan, Mehel. So, Lachu Maharaji, I'm talking about because I'm the descendant of the Lachu Maharaji. So, he was my great grand Guru. So I want to talk about him only. So basically, he was the main dance director into the Pakiza, Mughal Azam, Umrar Jan, Mehel, and lots of movies. So Kathak is because very prominent just because of these movies and these great platforms. People got to know what exactly the Kathak is. They got to know what exactly Kathak is and what about the Kathak is. So I think Kathak is very universal nowadays. Every second person wanted to learn Kathak or the Indian classical dance forms. I'm not differentiating Kathak with others. We all are the same. Trees same. They have different kind of branches. The Kathak, Bharatanatyam, Odissi, Kuchipudi, Mohiniyattam. So I must tell you, the Kathak, we are a one tree, and the tree name's Indian classical dance. And there are so many branches, 8 and 8 branches. That's why we all are a one family. and the classical dance is the classical dance. Either the Kathak or Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Mohiniyattam, Odissi. Even being a Kathak dancer, I'm fond of Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam. That Rao sir knows very well. That how much I'm fond of Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi. And do you know, Niveshan, I'm dying fan of Bhama Kalapan, and I choreographed Bhama Kalapan into the Kathak style. Can you imagine the Telugu music? Telugu's Jati's Karnataka, and I choreographed Bhama Kalapan in a Kathak style. So later on, I'll show you the Bhama Kalapan into Kathak.
So it's very exciting to see that. I look forward to watching that, Devika.
This is really interesting that you have even tried to incorporate the Bhama Kalapam into Kathak. Very interesting.
Huh.
Mm.
But this is not actually, sir. Naidu said it's not about the performing. It's all about because that melody, that song, that item,
Inter-
now it's very
yeah.
beautiful. Because so
Personally,
I hasn't choreographed. I don't because it's the great gurus has done a lots of. I don't want to destroy the culture. I don't want to that I have choreographed in my style. So Jati's I hasn't taken any Jati. I hasn't taken any technical thing.
Okay.
I have performed only the Abhinay item. What Satyabhama is
yeah,
about to tell that I am the
Uh-huh.
loving bride of Lord Krishna, and
Correct.
I am just became a arrow and coming to the heart of Lord Krishna,
Haha.
and I'm the most
Madanga.
beautiful bride. So
Mm.
that story I love to express in my Abhinay item. So in the
Beautiful.
meanwhile, because as we are talking about Bhama Kalapan and the Lord Krishna's things, so I want to recite one very beautiful poetry, one poetry of my great grand guru, Acharya
okay.
Lachuji's Maharaj, because in the Kathak is usually dance on poetries as well. And these are not
Yes.
simple poetries. We have included poetry into the Tal Paksh. So it is in 16 beats, 16 matra, and the tal call North India Hindustani classical dance tal call teen
Teen
tal,
Tal.
the important and very basic tal. So in teen tal, I'm going to recite one poetry and I'm show you the how it is.
Yeah.
Din din nana, din din nana, din din nana, din din na, din din nana, din din nana, din na, din नाचत गोपाल लाल टत धिक धिके तड़ांग राधा मुस्कान धाकड़त घुकड़त घिन्नड़ांग मुरली धर अधर लीली सांवरी ने एकता राधिका ने नृत्य कियो मार के कटाक्ष बाण दिन 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 जात जात तट 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 यमुना की द्रिगन द्रिगन लीन जात कुंज कुंज बटक पर दृग दृग दिग गोपिन के दृग दृग दिग ग्वालन के तिरछे हैं नैन जिनके गोवर्धन धारी धन 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 भाग जिनके हैं धन 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 भाग जिनके हैं धन 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 भाग जिनके हैं दिन दिन नाना दिन दिन नाना दिन दिन नाना दिन दिन ना दिन दिन ना. So this is basically poetry
Yeah,
I can say in the same tal. Or my Lachu Maharaj ji has it is a poetry composition of my gurus Acharya Lachu Maharaj. So that I love to recite today, and I have recited. I hope you like.
Beautiful.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you
Beautiful.
very much.
Devika. Beautiful.
Mm. And Niveshan, what are your future plans?
My future plans. COVID has been very difficult in in South Africa with the second variant, and we are
Mm.
recently went into the lockdown one. So before lockdown one, we were in lockdown three for a very long time.
Oh,
I think it's been 2 weeks now since lockdown one has come. So now people are starting to go out, and so until up this point, I've been doing lots, connecting online, doing some, my classes. I'm also teach vocal class. I also teach Carnatic music. So I teach Carnatic music online. Also, I have few students, and I have a recital this 28th this month end. My first vocal recital where people actually can come in to our kacheri. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, so I'm excited now also to begin my Kuchipudi classes in South Africa and start and spread this art form and continue to spread and inspire. I want to inspire many young kids and students alike.
who is your Carnatic vocal guru?
My Carnatic vocal guru is Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Shivakumar Garu. She is in Chennai.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful Garu. I'm so blessed to have been under her tutelage. I actually have class with her just now. I went to
Oh,
my guru, and yeah, yeah.
mm, great, great.
I
So,
believe, I believe. Sorry.
yeah, yeah,
Continue,
tell.
Naidu garu.
Yeah, no, tell.
No, I believe that for me, music and dance has always been expressed through my gurus. There's a saying in South Africa that we Tamilians say, predominantly there's a lot of Tamilians here. I'm actually half Tamilian and half Andhra. Amma is a Tamilian and Appa is from Andhra, from Godavari Jilla actually.
Okay.
South Africa has so much of mix of Indians because that's how we came here in 1986. So uh, the people are very mixed, in their culture, in identity. Yeah, so it's very exciting.
Mm, great. So it's been a pleasure. So I would like to thank everyone to have joined us and shared all your thoughts and your plans. Yeah, I would now like Wael Rauji, the director ICCR Hyderabad, who has arranged this program, to give his message.
नहीं, मैसेज कुछ नहीं देना, मैसेज तो दो अच्छे कलाकारों ने दे दिए हमारे साथ। आप नायडू साहब, आप खुद भी बड़े कलाकार हैं, तो आप तीन कलाकारों ने जो मैसेज दिया है, इससे बड़ा मैसेज मेरा कुछ नहीं है कि इंडियन कल्चर को हम बढ़ाएं आगे। और
हाँ,
देविका जी, देवेंद्र, मंगलमुखी हमारे प्रोग्राम में आई, प्रोग्राम अच्छा किया, इतनी बातें सुनाई, अपने बारे में बताया, अपने स्ट्रगल के बारे में बताया,
हाँ,
and she herself is an inspiration. Munishan, you have been very good, and you are doing good thing in South Africa. Keep it up. Keep up
Thank you, sir.
the Indian culture flag. Keep promoting, and it's almost your ancestral property of promoting Indian culture.
Absolutely,
So that's
absolutely,
very
sir.
kind of you, very nice. And ICCR had been useful for you. That's the great thing. And people like you help ICCR promote outside. You are our ambassador there. और नायडू साहब, आपको कहने की, आपने बहुत कई कार्यक्रम हमारे करे हैं, ये कार्यक्रम भी बहुत अच्छा किया है। आई थिंक मंगलमुखी जी फिर डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई हैं for some
हाँ,
time. And,
हाँ,
but anyway, thank you everybody for joining this, and hope to see you again. And let's do
yeah.
more, promote Indian culture as well. Thank you so much.
And
Namaskar.
but मैं तो ये
Thank you,
बोलूंगा
sir.
कि
Namaskar.
यहाँ पे मैं तो ये बोलूंगा लास्ट में कि कलाकार यहाँ चार है, क्योंकि राव साहब तीन कलाकार को जोड़ने का काम, ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा कला है जो आपने किया है। तो हम सब कलाकार मिलके इसी तरह आगे और काम करते रहे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सभी को। धन्यवाद।
Thank
थैंक यू।
you. Thank you, Devika. And thank you, Munishan. And thank you, Naidu sir. Thank you.
थैंक यू।
Thank you.
नमस्ते।
Shukriya.